This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. This is my review of Wales versus Ireland in the Six Nations 2025. So where do I start with this game? I guess with any good story you'll start at the beginning. And some injuries for Ireland. Doris notably is out as captain and he's been having a great Six Nations so far. But Dan Sheehan starts and he takes on the captain's armband for Ireland. We'll start well and keep the ball in hand, which would be a theme throughout the match. Ireland though do get a big turnover. Jack Conan, who's starting, gets an excellent turnover and it gets fed out to Ringrose, who puts in a very clever kick, and Ireland gain territory. And then Conan again is the one who finishes it off. So Ireland early on get a try on the board. So after a promising period of play from Wales, it's turned over, and Ireland now look like early on they're gonna run over Wales, to be honest. But that's not how it plays out. Some hard running from Ireland, but not a lot of finesse in their attack. And they do concede 3 penalties from the scrum. And after 20 minutes, it's still just 7-0 to Ireland. So Wales have kind of weathered that early storm, and they're still in the game after 20 minutes. It's been all Wales really in this first half so far, attacking wise. But Ireland, as soon as they do get the ball, they do look dangerous, and Ringrose just is unable to take the pass out wide, and Ireland take 3 points. So Wales get a penalty back, so they just manage now to keep themselves in this game, and it's 10-3. Now looking at the Welsh players, it seems like a huge weight has been lifted off their shoulders, and they're actually going out there and playing a little bit of rugby, that's what it looks like, and it's great to see. And Ireland are a very good side though, but Wales again get another penalty, and Ringrose gets yellow carded. It ends up being upgraded to a red, which I thought was a little bit harsh. He seems to have accidentally clashed heads with one of the Welsh players. Ireland are down to 14 men now. So I think it's RTE, the podcast there, those boys on there were kind of criticised for mocking Wales a little bit, saying like, could we beat them with 12 men? Could we beat them with 13, 14 men? So I guess I was going to make a video about it, but I let it go. Your man there, the second row, he said it better than I could, and with more authority. I guess they get a wish now. So Ireland down to 14. So I will say, this guy, Will Griff John, where have you been all my life, buddy? He was the front rower for Wales. He was absolutely phenomenal. He had a game of his life, I think. Brilliant in the scrum, brilliant around the park, and great moustache on him. And he was absolutely fantastic. And he was, for me, Wales' player of the match. Wales get a penalty and they kick to the corner. It's crazy time. The stadium is going absolutely nuts. And Wales show some crazy grit, but manly defence from Ireland. And then an amazing finish. Wales squeeze Ireland up front, and Captain Jack, which I'm going to call him from now on, Captain Jack gets the try, which, he's put blood, sweat and tears into that try. And it's 13-10 now. It's just crazy. I'm speechless, kind of. So the halftime summary is, welcome back Wales. Nice to see you again. It's been a while. Wales are in the match, and it's not like Ireland's bad play. It's Wales' good play, which is, the most important thing. It's not like Ireland didn't show up. They've actually been forced to defend really well, because Wales have offered a lot in attack. And Ringrose, as I said, gets the red, which I thought was harsh, but Wales have the advantage now going into the second half, really, with Ireland going to be down to 14 men for 20 minutes with the 20-minute red card. So let's see how it goes. Wales pick up where they left off in the first half and attack really well. Running from deep, Ben Thomas, who had I thought a really nice game in the centre. Amazing what you can do when you actually pick players in their position, right? And Tom Rogers with not a bad finish in the corner, and he puts Wales 18-10 in front. And at this point, the crowd loses its mind. And what I wouldn't give to have had a ticket and been down in Cardiff for that match, for this match. But yeah, it's now Ireland have to kind of pull their socks up and get back into this match. Ireland do bounce back, and some good smart play from Gibson Park and Pendergast at 10. And I thought those guys really pulled Ireland out of trouble when they were in it. Clever kicking and really got the territory going in Ireland's favour. I thought Pendergast, he showed he had old head on young shoulders. I guess yesterday now the game was. So those two guys get Ireland in the right side of the pitch, and Ireland get a penalty to pull it back to 18-13. Aki comes on to replace Ringrose, to get Ireland back up to 15 men, and Aki was absolutely fired up. He knew what was on the line, and he responded to it. And great leader coming off the bench there. So Ireland's bench proved to be a little bit too strong for Wales, I think, in the end, and that's I think what tipped the balance. But again, Gibson Park with a clever little kick from the base and low, competing in the air, taps it back to Jamie Osborne, who Jamie Osborne had a good game as well. And like Ireland have to produce this bit of magic now, to tie the scores, and it's 18-all. Like, what a game. Absolutely on the edge of my seat. So my notes kind of dry up for the last 20 minutes because the game was so enthralling. I was watching rather than writing. But Ireland do seize the momentum, and you can kind of sense that Wales are like on the back foot. Ireland get held up over the line. I think Wales 15, who had a great game, Blake Thomas, was it? He holds up the ball, but Ireland do get a penalty, and now they go in front, so it's 18-21. Wales do get the rub of the green a little bit, and the referee decides not even to penalise a head collision, which was a little bit surprising, to be honest, considering Ringrose's red card earlier. But you think, can Wales gain the momentum now? And the answer is no. Aki, he's in beast mode now. He steals the ball, and Johnny Light, or young Johnny, whatever you want to call him, Pendergast, he absolutely pings the penalty from the halfway line, I think it was, and it's 24-18. So Ireland's starting to pull away now. Wales don't give up the ghost though, and they go on the attack again, and they seemingly get over in the corner. The referee calls an on-field try, and to be honest, I couldn't even watch the TMO's review of it. I had to go outside. I was so hyped up, I couldn't listen to it. And it came back, and it said that the try was disallowed. But it was that tense at this point, because if Wales had got the 7 points there, it would have put them in the lead. But Pendergast though does get another 3 points, and then it looks like it's all over. But I think when the game is lost, the coaches have even left, not the dugout, but their box, and Wales are still playing for a try, and that tells you everything you need to know about what's been going on over the last 12 months. The players out there really wanted to play for each other, and they had something to prove. As I said in my preview, they were playing for pride, pride in the jersey, pride in themselves, and I think they did a fantastic job. And Ireland did show up. I mean, it wasn't the best Irish performance that we've seen, but for a long periods, Wales kept the ball, and Ireland, weren't allowed to play. And you got to credit Ireland's defence. I think Wales were absolutely fired up, and Ireland did well to keep them out a number of times. So a very important win for Ireland, keeps their Grand Slam hopes alive, and a big win, a big loss, if you want to say, for Wales. And I think the boys done themselves proud, and that's all I can ask for. All right, thank you.